The Journey Together is out and in full swing with a lot of people open up a ton of product, even though prices of sealed product is very, very expensive. Today we'll be talking about everything regarding Journey Together. We'll be talking about the pull rates of the set. Seems to be pretty good. So if you're looking to open up a master set and having fun with the set, it looks pretty promising. And on top of that, we'll be talking about what is going on regarding the market regarding Journey Together, because things are falling like crazy. This set is in free fall at the moment, which is a good sign, really. I mean, it's good to allow people to get hold of product at a cheaper price rather than crazy inflated, hyped up market prices, which is kind of interesting. So we look at TCG Player today. Let's get into it. All right, so before we get into looking at TCG Player today regarding Journey Together, I've opened up some of the set already. We've opened up some on the live streams. I've opened up myself an ETB, just a regular ETB, and I've noticed the pull rates are very, very good. We've opened up a few booster boxes now and some ETBs, and no triple blisters or like booster bundles yet, but just booster boxes and ETBs, and the pull rates seem to be very good. One thing I have also noticed with this set is the card quality is insane. It's really good. It kind of, it's like Japanese level of good. It's kind of weird. If the texture of the cards feel different as well, which I've noticed anyway. I don't know if you guys have noticed as well. That has a huge impact as well. Like in the graded market, if these cards do come back tens and quite easily, that is another factor down the line in the future. So that's good. You know, there's some good things that have come out of this already. You know, after the release of Prismatic, where let's be honest, the pull rates were pretty bad. People didn't really like the Pokeball reverses. Master Balls are okay, but the Pokeballs were kind of a bit lame. And then you had no illustration rares. You still had A specs, which kind of felt bad when you got them as well. Whereas this set, no A specs. It's just your EXs, your illustration rares, your full arts, golds, and your SIRs, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want it to be. I did a video recently where I went through Journey Together and gave my thoughts before the set came out. And I kind of felt like it was a set that wasn't really worth opening for the price in which it currently stands at. We'll be looking at TCG Player at the current prices right now after the set's been released. But with the pre-order prices being quite high for sealed product, it didn't seem to me like it was going to be that great. Now, I think increased pull rates make the set more fun. It does make it more exciting. And to me, I think that's great, right? So if you're a collector and you want to crack packs and have fun, this set is actually a pretty good one. So keep that in mind, right? That is something which I have noticed and that I do agree with. And I've had fun opening up. We've had fun opening up as well on the streams. And yeah, it looks pretty good. So, right, let's jump into TCG Player, look at the pull rates, and we see what's going on in the market. Okay, so we got the Journey Together pull rates here. Brock looking like he's straight out of the Matrix coming in here. So let's take a look at this. We get a bigger, better picture. Okay, let's look at the pull rates here. So we have here golds are 1 in 137. What's that? That's like 4 booster boxes, roughly. So it's still quite tough to get gold. I don't think there's that many in the set because it's quite a small set. And then to get a specific one is 1 in 411. So an SIR, we're looking at 1 in 86. That's not too bad. And we're going to compare to some other sets, but I'm pretty sure that's not too bad. But a specific one is 1 in 518. So that's the impact of having a small set. Then we're looking at illustration rares, Articuno. Actually, to be honest, the Articuno and the Ends Reshiram are my 2 favorite cards of the sets. It's quite cool. They've gone both next to each other. So we've got that 1 in 12. And specific is 1 in 129. I'm pretty sure that's pretty bang on average compared to the other Scarlet and Violet era sets on the pull rates there. We've got ultra rares, so full arts, 1 in 15 and 1 in 168 for a specific one. Now I must admit, the full arts, as in like the full art Pokemon with the trainer in the background, great. I absolutely love them. I'm not a huge fan of regular full arts. I think they look absolutely boring and lame. These ones in this set, smashed out of the park. They've done really well. And then for a normal EX, you're looking at 1 in 5. So just from the pull rates of this alone, you're looking at what? A special illustration around 1 and 2.5 boxes. Basically 2 a case, maybe 3 a case if you're lucky. Then we have illustration rares, so you're probably looking at about 3 per box on average. Ultra rare, 2 per box. And then an EX, we're looking at roughly around 7 per box. And then secret rare hit rate chance, 16%. Okay, right, we can look at some other more recent sets and compare the two between Joined Together and some other ones. This one here is Prismatic. We knew Prismatic is slightly different because it is a specialty set. It's not a booster box main series set. And the pull rates were kind of weird, right? It had like the Master Balls, you had the Pokeballs, and it just skewed the whole lot. It was a bit of a bizarre set, which kind of felt bad anyway. So in here, we're looking at gold. To get gold is 1 in 180 packs. Joined Together is 137, and then 411 for a specific, whereas this is 900, so a lot tougher to get gold. SIRs, 1 in 45. So that's not too bad. Don't forget, in this set, though, you had no illustrations, okay? It was just a whole bunch of special illustration rares. So yes, you can get an SIR, but it could probably be a really crap one, to be honest. So here we got a specific 1 in 1,440. So that's like nearly 3 times as tough as it is for Joined Together. Then we got the Master Balls, obviously that's unique to Prismatic. The Ultra Rares, the Full Arts 1 in 13, 1 in 15, so a little bit tougher in Joined Together, which isn't too bad. A-Specs don't exist anymore, and then you got the Pokeballs. That's Prismatic. Prismatic was super tough, right? To get the big top cards of the set, it was incredibly difficult. Look at another main series set. We have Surging Sparks. Now we knew that Surging Sparks had tough pull rates to get those big top heavy hitters. So gold, we're looking at 1 in 188. It is tougher in Surging to get those gold cards. Specific one is 411. Surging Sparks is 1,127. So I think there's a little bit more to get a much larger set as well. SIRs, this is the main one that I want to talk about. SIRs, so 1 in 87, whereas 1 in 86. So pretty much bang on average, but it's that specific one. And that goes to show the size of the set, right? Surging Sparks, 960. Big set, more SIRs. Makes it a lot tougher to get the specific one you need. Whereas in Journey, it does feel easier. Then we've got illustration rares, 1 in 13, 1 in 12. So a little bit easier to get illustration rares. And the specific one is 1 in 129. Whereas in Surgeon, again, much bigger set. More larger pool of illustration rares is 1 in 300. So again, Joined Together, when you do find those hits, it feels so much better because you feel like you're actually completing the set a lot easier. Then we got the Ultra Rares 1 in 15, as we know in Journey. It's basically the same. And then, but it's 1 in 168, 312. Again, Surging Sparks, much bigger set. A-Specs, we don't have them, so we don't really care. Then we have Stellar Crown. This is a set that I wanted to compare Joined Together with because they're kind of similar in size. It gives us a better indication, a better idea compared to Joined Together. And in my previous video, I did compare Joined Together to Stellar Crown because it is a smaller set, which does help as well. Now, in my opinion, Stellar Crown, I like Stellar Crown, right? I do. I think it's a fun set. It feels good to open because you get those pull rates, and yeah, it seems like a fun set to open. So we're looking at gold, 1 in 137. We go back, it's exactly the same in Joined Together. 411 for a specific, 411 for a Pacific. Then we're looking at SIRs, 1 in 90, 1 in 86, so a little bit easier in Joined Together. But for a certain one is 518, 540, slightly different there, but still a little bit easier in Joined Together. Then we've got illustration rares, 1 in 13, 1 in 12, so a little bit easier in Joined Together. To get a specific one is 129, 167. So there's a few more extra illustration rares in Stellar Crown. Then we've got full art, 1 in 15, which is basically exactly the same. 1 in 15, then 168, 163, so pretty much identical. And then A-Spec, we don't have any more. But here, if you can see, it's 20%, whereas we've got 16% Joined Together. From what I've seen and from what we've experienced, we're looking around an average between 13 to 14 hits per booster box, which is just over a third, which is actually pretty good. I've opened up an ETB myself recently, and in those 9 packs, I got 5 hits, 3 EXs, 2 illustration rares, which I thought was very, very good. So it seems good, right? And it seems nice to try and get hold of those big, heavy hitting cards as well, which is really, really good. So overall, it seems like a much fun set. It's so much closer to Stellar Crown than it is Surging Sparks. And well, Prismatic was just an absolute joke. Okay, we're going to look at the booster box of Joined Together. This is the non-enhanced version, which is the version that we have here in the UK. You can get the enhanced, but it's a lot tougher to get the enhanced Whereas the non-enhanced, the regular version, we get quite a lot. Right, that's the normal booster box that we get. On TCG Play, we look at $240 for this one. Look, this is a set. It's just come out. It's $240. It's like what, $80 above MSRP. That's wild. That's just insane. And people actually buying this as well. You know, we go back and we can actually see these daily sales and people just buying them, even though it has dropped in price from nearly $300 a box. Over $240 is wild. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It's a fun set to open. Would I pay $240 to open up this set? Probably not. And we're like, here's the thing. We're gonna actually take a look at some of the cards in a minute. We're gonna look at some of the top cards of the set, and you'll see the price drop of what's happened already, and that'll give you an indication whether or not it's worth trying to open up the set and paying this price or not. Now, for the long term, I mean, it's tricky to tell. This is like uncharted territory we're in at the moment, where booster boxes are so expensive out of the gate, and are due to have reprints down the line. It's a bit of a weird one. And then when we look at the enhanced version, this one's actually cheaper. This one's $230. This one's dropped quite a lot, 50%. It's dropped already. And it comes with that box topper, which has dropped in value quite significantly. I guess it's because this is the standard box in the US, and like I say, over here it's slightly different. For me right now, it's interesting to see what would happen regarding like the reprints of this set in the future, because if let's say they don't reprint this version, they reprint the non-enhanced version, then these will be more sought after because there'll be a lot more limited supply of them. So keep that in mind. We don't know if that's going to be the case or not. We don't know whether or not in the US they just reprint more of the enhanced version, and let's say here in the UK they print the non-enhanced version. Who knows? Be interesting to see what Pokemon do down the line regarding reprints, but right now, cheaper to get hold of the box that comes with a promo. Pretty insane. Okay, we're going to look at the Clefairy, which is the biggest card in the set. This one has been falling quite a bit since its release. We're looking at $236, has dropped 26% from its all-time high. Here's the thing, it's still too early, right? It just is. It's too early to tell. Obviously the pull rates are good, so that would massively impact the value of the cards. However, because the price of per pack is so expensive, it will keep these cards afloat. There's no way that this set holds its sealed market value if these cards drop to like under $100. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see you go, look, you know, like compared to Stellar Crown, right, which, you know, pull rates and size pretty much identical. You look at Stellar Crown, the most expensive card I think is the Squirrel at like $60-$70. Would you imagine if the Lily's Clefairy was $60-$70 and then that is the most expensive card? You wouldn't be seeing booster boxes at $240-$250. It just, you know, for a brand new set, it just wouldn't be the case. So I think just because of the cost of the sealed product is holding these cards up. But if these pull rates are as good as, you know, it shows, then I can see this falling even more, probably below $200, which is still very impressive, by the way, of having a card over $200. But it is falling like crazy right now. A couple of other big cards in the set. You got the Enzorok EX, pretty sweet looking artwork there. Dropped 30% already, so not massive. I mean, 30% is actually quite big, to be honest. But it was like 230 and has dropped nearly $100. Has dropped in value, and again, pull rates, small set makes it a lot easier. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one drops even further, maybe even towards $100 or less. You never know, could be less, right? Salamence is one of my favorite cards in the set. I actually love the artwork of this. I'm a huge Dragon Pokemon fan. Salamence is one of my favorites if I had a name for dragons. Again, dropped 46%. Ouch. $130. See, $130 for a card is insane. That is such an insane value. Like, I think a set like Prismatic and even Surgeon just kind of, you know, numbed us a little bit on that value, but $134 is still very impressive. This card, I would like it to be higher up, but I think the trainer versions of cards are going to hold quite well. You got the Owner's Belly Bolt, $100. This one's gone the opposite. Wow, this one's actually gone up by 234%. Damn, this one's gone up through the roof. Iono's big hype at the moment. Like, yeah, pretty much. Even the one from Paldea Evolved, Palladium Fates even, are going up in price. So Iono, big fan favorite of the whole Scarlet and Violet era. It's just absolutely incredible. Then you got the Hopsation EX, the Doggo coming in. This one's dropped by 50% as well, under $100. I think it will continue to drop. Potentially, could be dropped by another 50%, which would be pretty insane. We look at the ETBs real quick. Regular ETB, we're looking at $82 for regular ETB. Has fallen like crazy though. It was $125, and it's slowly coming back to reality. Very, very expensive though. But cool promo. You do get a cool promo in this product as well. Articuno is my one chase card of the set. This is the one I want the most. It has been falling. It's dropped by 27%. I'm happy. I want it to continue to drop so I can just buy one, which will be good, and then hopefully get one graded, because that's just, the artwork's just phenomenal. It's just so good. I don't know whether or not it's tough. Is it better than the one from Chin and Rain? I love the one from Chin and Rain, by the way, the Galarian. I don't know. I think it could be, you know. And then we got some good illustration rates. You've got like the Enzra Ram, the Whale Lord holding good value. The stamp promo, this is what I want to show you guys. The stamp promo is a $20 promo. Yes, it's dropped by 50%, but it's a $20 promo. We just saw the booster boxes cheaper with the promo. So basically, you're paying what, like $210 for a box if you take off the promo. That's a little bit better. Still not, near MSRP, but it's a little bit better. But it's still gorgeous artwork though. It's gonna be interesting that the regular one's probably gonna be worth more than the stamped version, like a reverse from the Pokemon Center. But yeah, very, very cool artwork indeed. And just briefly, guys, I want to show you what's going on over here in the UK regarding Join Together. So we've got Join Together booster boxes, standard one here for 180 with postage, roughly about £5 a pack. Too bad. I know it's over MSRP, but that's not too bad. Then we have the enhanced version here for just over 200. Basically 180 there, 180, 180. So you're probably looking about the same price as a Surging Sparks. Let's have a quick look at Surging Spark. Recently sold about 190. So Surging Sparks is just a little bit more expensive, but pretty much the same price. So, Join Together, Surging Sparks, kind of on the same level. Personally, I prefer Surging Sparks. I think Surging Sparks is a far better set than Join Together. But I mean, £5 a pack is not the be-all end-all. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of like collection boxes and tins, if you buy at retail, they do tend to work out roughly around £5 a pack. So that is not too bad compared to over in the US where it's like $8, $9, which is just insanity. So you have it, guys. That's what's been going on with Join Together. My views on this set have changed a bit, from opening up the set, seeing the cards in the flesh, the quality of the cards, the pull rates. It is fun, right? As far as the set is concerned, it is fun to open. It's kind of weird that like before the set came out, maybe a week or 2 weeks before the set released, you did see a few channels and they got it obviously early. They opened up the set. They seemed less enthusiastic of the set. I don't know whether or not that's because they didn't enjoy it. I don't know whether or not it's because of the price. Whatever. I've enjoyed it. And I don't normally open up a lot of stuff. I just don't. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up myself just an ETB, and I enjoyed it, right? And then again, we've opened up on stream and it's been a blast. So yeah, to me right now, it's definitely a lot like Stellar Crown. Absolutely. But I mean, is it a good investment long term? It's too early to tell. I think it all depends on the reprints. I do expect prices to continue to fall. You could, in the US, see booster boxes hopefully drop towards that $200 range. Here in the UK, I do expect them to hold probably around that 180 for a while, maybe creep up to match Surgeon at 190, pushing towards 200. But yeah, I think overall, it's tough to say what are they going to reprint, right? Are they going to reprint enhanced, non-enhanced? What's going on? We just don't know. But right now, I think a lot of the cards will continue to fall. So be careful. And I also think the graded values of these might not be as high because the card quality, I must say, is far better in this set than previous Scarlet and Violet era set. When it's fun of the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button, make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys, regarding Join Together. Are you enjoying opening up this set? And what do you think about reprints? Do you think they're going to do the normal booster box? Do you think they're going to do the enhanced? Do you think they're going to do a bit of both? Who knows? It's going to be really interesting to see. But like I say, I've enjoyed it. I haven't opened up any triple blisters or booster bundles. So let me know in the comments if you open up them, and let me know the pull rates of them. Have they been good? Booster boxes seem solid. ETB seems solid. Pretty good. But that is it from me, guys, in today's video. Of course, if you watch more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.